and now I am joined by Firefly, team leader of the UGC North American Iron Team. Generation 1, Firefly, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
All right, so let's talk Iron. It's a newer division that not a lot of people pay attention to because it's generally kind of this like starting point for new players. How many people on your team are completely new to competitive? Do you have two?
Completely new. I think only three or four of them have any experience prior, so
Okay, so yeah, generally dealing with
it's mostly,
noobs.
yeah.
All right. Um, and what position do you? What class do you play?
I'm the pyro. Of course, I've also off class on heavy for Lakeside, but
Ah, of course. Um, so how do you, as a pyro, lead your team? I don't
uh,
know. It's a weird question, but what? How do you see your leadership? Especially in considering your role as a pyro is not necessarily one that is a main role in Highlander.
uh, in game, I tend to be more of a second in command and let the heavy do a lot of calls.
Okay.
But out of game, I handle all the other crap like setting it up and yelling at them for an hour to get in the mumble and what have you.
The fun stuff that everyone
Yeah,
loves, right?
yeah.
So tell us about your team. How's Generation One looking this season?
I think right now we're 3-3, so we're not doing terrible, but not doing great either.
Have you has it have you guys performed like you think you thought you would coming into the season?
We're about right as I was hoping we'd do. Maybe keeping our wins and losses pretty even. Early on, we were thinking we maybe should have gone to Steel because we just kept getting put with with teams that we were much better than.
Yeah.
Like I think right now we're 26th or 27th in Iron Red, and our first couple of teams are now like almost at the end of the list in like the 50s.
Yeah, those first couple matchups can be kind of crapshoot to who gets what.
Yeah,
So,
the
what uh, what has been your favorite map to play so far? Which map have you guys done really well on, or type of map, I guess?
uh, we did really well on Lakeside for not having our main heavy with us because he kind of carries us. Um, we went 4-0 on Croissant in 10 minutes, and then the other team just left.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
So
That's pretty good. So those so are you excited about Arctic? Do you think you guys will perform well in another King of the Hill situation?
I think we can. I think it'll less be aggressive, which is what seems to be our strong suit.
And then, how do you see the rest of Iron Red shaping up? Looks like we already pretty much have a 6-0 team. Autoerotic defenestration is number one. Have you heard of much, or do you keep track of all these other teams that are in top 10 place, or is it just focused on your own team at this point?
I pretty much just focus on mine because that's the easier thing to do than try and worry about. I think there's 60 teams in Iron Red.
Yes, yes, there
Yeah.
are. And 62 teams in blue. Do you find there's a difference at all between blue and red iron?
Uh, I haven't played many blue teams actually. We've mostly been scrimming out steel teams actually,
Oh, okay. Well, that'll improve.
and
Yeah.
getting our asses handed to us. But
Oh, well, there's something to be said for losing to a better team. So, do you
yeah,
think you guys will stay around for the rest of for the next season, or is this just seeing how it goes right now?
that's the plan right now is to go into steel next season and
Great.
continue on as long as we can keep at least 9 people on the team.
So, I just got to ask real quick about the name Generation One. What generation is that? Or okay, what's the name from? I'm just trying to find something clever to say about it.
Uh, My Little Pony, the first generation.
All right.
So in game, we're all the names we use on Steam are from that, and it
All right.
was just a gimmick to give us a name finally.
Sometimes the name is the hardest part. So the fact that you came up with one that is, yeah, it is at least I can pronounce it. I appreciate that. Um, all right. So, do you have any other comments about iron as this and iron as like a I want to say like as an idea? But as this kind of the first place that people who want to get into competitive Highlander come to. How do you feel about the Iron or support, I guess, that UGC is giving the Iron League right now and new players to comp? Do you feel that it's enough? Do you think that there needs to be more done, or what would you do differently if you had a say?
I try and keep some of these teams have some experienced players on them and try and keep those out of it because that's usually been the teams that have totally destroyed us.
Yeah. So how much experience in comp do you have?
This is my first season,
Oh, okay.
period.
Oh, wow. So and you decided to be leader. Good job there.
Well, I didn't necessarily decide. It was just kind of let's start a team, and then I ended up signing
Yeah.
stuff on the UGC site and all that good stuff.
Yeah, yep, I've been there. All right. Well, best of luck to you. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Any shout outs?
Uh, Not that I can think of other than my team, obviously, but
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you and the rest of Generation 1 and the rest of Iron in general. Thanks so much for joining me at Firefly. It's been a pleasure.
same here.
All right. Thanks so much.